tutorial on exactly how to make a TikTok or a YouTube or YouTube Shorts or Reels for Instagram or for the Facebooks, but it's loose. It's loose AF because we are live over on Twitch. So we're live here on YouTube as well doing this, but it'll also be indexed and able to be searched in the future too. So if you guys discover it, you know, much love. If you enjoy the channel after, don't do it now. For the love of God, don't do it now. But, you know, if you do enjoy it, tickle that like button down below. And also subscribe to the channel. Subscribes here on YouTube are free. So y'all can do that. You know, over at Twitch, everybody paying $6. $5.99 now for a subscription. Holy smokes. But you know, if you come over, you get like emotes and stuff like that too. So just saying, not saying. All right, let's get into it. So if y'all are curious about this, you hear that vibe? I turned the vibes on. If y'all are curious about taking some of your gameplay footage, we're going to use some Warzone gameplay footage from 605 Ronnie 93 on Twitch. Shout out to 605 Ronnie. And I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to try to slow down my ADHD brain and show you exactly how to, and feel free to ask questions, y'all, but I'm going to show you exactly how to make a TikTok from your horizontal gameplay, like right from the beginning. So we have a clip here of Ronnie.
There's one head glitching on the other side of B.
3 people, maybe even. That was 2 there. So there's 4 left.
And laying down.
2, 3, and the last one's there. Oh, you know what? Here, let me take out my sniper.
Damn!
Damn is right, girl. She didn't even have her headset on. She didn't need to hear anything. She didn't need to hear any of it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go up to the top here. The top URL bar. I'm gonna highlight all by clicking in the bar and hitting Control A for highlight all. You notice it's all highlight. Highlight. And then Control C will copy on a Windows machine. And we're gonna open a new tab. For me, I have assets converters, and it's something called Clipper. Clipper.xyz. I will put the link in the bio. Or I'm sorry, not in the bio. Sorry, it's too much. Too many. I've seen link in bio too many times in my life. Put the link in the description down below, but more likely I'll probably forget. So if it's not there, just hit me up in the messages. All right, leave a little message. Say, Sweaty, you freaking forgot to put the link in the bio. You forgot to put the link down below, and I'll get that to you. I love you, Shad. What's up, baby boy? So make sure to hit me with a comment, and I'll put the link down below. But it's Clipper, CLIPR.xyz, and you just go into this box here and Control V for paste, and then download now. And what this will do is it'll give you a list of options for that exact clip from Twitch, starting with 1080 at 60 FPS for this clip because it's streamed that way. So that was native, but it also has 720, 480, 30, 360, 30 FPS. We want the 1080. We want the highest quality. So I'm going to download 1080 at 60 FPS, and it will go to my my downloads file. And if you click this show in folder, bada bing, bada boom, it will pop up here. I'll rename it. By the way, you can click on any clip or anything inside of your File Explorer and hit F2 to rename, right? We're doing a tutorial, so let's like really break it down. F2 can rename anything, and this will just be Ronnie clip example. Name it whatever you want. You're the boss man of your saucepan, all right? So let's I'm gonna take that, move it to my other monitor. We can actually close out of this now, and I'm gonna open a free application called DaVinci Resolve. This is DaVinci. I know it is super. Look at this. I mean, you're like, what am I looking at, Sweaty? What do you have me? What even is this? Listen, I get it. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be scared. Just vibe with me, all right? We're gonna be all right through this. Hey, look at my eyes. Look at me. Do you trust me? You remember when Aladdin asked Jasmine, do you trust me? And then they were on the magic carpet I can show you the world. All that. All right, I'm showing you DaVinci. It's gonna be easy. This is a free application. You can download it. You know what? I'll remind me to put that link down there. Remind me to put that link. We're not gonna use any paid. We're not gonna use anything paid or anything weird like that. We're only gonna use the free DaVinci stuff right now. So let's jump right in. So I'm gonna go to that folder that has the Ronnie clip, and we are in here. Let me right click and go to show icons and labels. Yours should look like this. This is DaVinci 19, I think I'm in 19 point something. Yeah, 19 beta. I'm gonna go into the cut page here. All right. I'm gonna go into my file explorer and just drag that clip into this master land. And I'm just going to go to change. I always do because we can actually still decide exactly what we want to do for our timeline. Now, by the way, I need y'all to know, if you're following along, you have a clip right now. I need y'all to know you cannot skip any of these steps. I remember when I was learning DaVinci, I kind of was like half listening and then half doing, and I missed a step, and like you can possibly get yourself into a timeline that's like all kind of messed up. So we're going to keep it very basic. I'm going to show you how to cut out I'm going to show you how to cut out the face cam for Ronnie, and I'm going to show you how to enlarge the gameplay to make it look good on a vertical canvas. Vertical canvas is level 1 that looks like a cell phone, where a horizontal or landscape canvas is the one that looks like a computer screen monitor. That's not sideways, of course. A non-sideways computer monitor. So what we're gonna do here is we are going to take this clip. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to show you in my mind. Let's just take this clip and drag it down, and as you hold it, click and hold and drag down, you're going to open up this the timeline down here. Actually, forget that. Scratch that. Everybody scratch that. Undo it. If you did it, Control Z, undo. Easier way. Let's right click up here and go to create new timeline, and if you notice, Control N by default will create a new timeline. Okay, we'll leave that the default name, Timeline 1. But what we're going to do is go to Use Project Settings and click that so that it's off. Now you'll notice when you click it off, look at all these options that pop up on the top. Bonk. Look at all these. We're going to go to Format, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to change this vertical resolution format. 1080p is 1920 wide by 1080 tall by default. So we're going to click this Use Vertical Resolution, and it's going to swap them to 1080 by 1920. We'll leave it at the 60 FPS because this is fast gameplay, and we will go to Create, okay? So again, real quick, right click, Create New Timeline. We'll leave it named this. Use Project Settings. We will unclick. We will go to Format, and we'll take it from 1920 by 1080 and swap it to vertical by going Use Vertical Resolution. Now it's 1080 by 1920. We can leave everything else on square, 60 FPS, and go to Create. Now we have a timeline down here, and look at this. This is the canvas for it. It's blank right now on the right-hand side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Ronnie's clip and just drag it down so that it's inside here and let go of it. We'll click off. And now let's go ahead and go to the edit page. Boom, I clicked over to the edit page. The first thing you're gonna notice, if we take this bar and zoom in, look at this space I accidentally left here. If you accidentally left a space, then I'm gonna need you to do something. If you did not leave a space, don't worry about it. But if you have a space here, I want you to click in this empty space, and I want you to hit your delete key. Delete will do what's called a ripple of delete, and it will move the clip to the beginning. That's one way out of several of doing what we wanted to do, which means that our clip lasts for the entirety and only the entirety of what we intend our timeline to last for. So it starts here, Ronnie moving around, boom, pretty much right away.
There's one head glitching on the other side of B. And laying down.
I mean, this gameplay looks great, zoomed in like this.
Right.
Except that very end, it was kind of difficult to see her close this person. Look at that. Close the peripheral a little bit. So, here's what we're gonna do. I clicked into the timeline here to make sure that it was highlighted or highlit. And then up here in the inspector, if your inspector is not on for any reason, then all you need to do is click inspector. This is a very important window, okay? So click to your inspector. Yes, DaVinci is a really good software, Vic. Click into your inspector and you'll notice you have zoom. This zooms in and out. Position will move everything left and right. Zooms in and out for zoom. Your rotation angle will rotate things. Boom. Okay. Your anchor point, don't worry about that for right now. Pitch gets crazy. Yaw. Busta Rhymes talked about it. That gets crazy. You can flip stuff around. You can flip it upside down. All of this stuff. Cropping. You can open up and crop in, crop out. We're actually going to use that, but in what I would consider a slightly easier way. So for now, now that we have the knowledge of some things that we can do inside of this inspector, I want to zoom out and recapture all of this gameplay. So for now, if your video looked like mine did where it was zoomed too far in, I want you to put in 0.321. Actually, you know what? 320 might be... Let's do 0.316. Just for now, that we're actually going to change it anyway, so it's not even a big deal. But if you put 0.316 in your x-axis, you'll actually notice that these are linked right here with your y-axis so that they always scale together. Look at that. Boom, scales big. If you unlinked it, you're going to get that boom, and you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Well, sometimes you do want that. So let's get back to the 316. Sounds like an area code. From the 316, Ronnie. Ew, 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 ew. All right, sorry for that, everybody. So, what we want to do essentially is get zoomed in gameplay, and you want to have Ronnie's face on top of it. If you're noticing what I'm doing here, I'm sorry, I got to slow down sometimes and remember that this is like for the very basic of very basic. So my mouse wheel right now is zooming in and out. Zoom in, zoom out, mouse wheel down. If I hold control and do it, I will actually move up and down. So that's very important because sometimes I want to zoom in and move up, and sometimes I just want to move over. And to do that, you actually press your middle mouse in, and then you can move the whole screen around. So press in middle mouse and you can move and zoom and do that kind of stuff and then zoom out. So now that we have that knowledge, which is very important knowledge because you use it all the time, what I would like to do is this is how I structure it, and I'll explain why I do it this way. I start with my video basic like this. And the very first thing I do is I click on this little link right here called link selection, or you can hit Control-Shift-L. And what that does when we turn it on and off, let me show you something. If I take, while the link is on, if I take this and move it back and forth, look, this is audio down here. That's the audio for the clip. It moves with it. I want it to do that if I'm moving it forward and backwards. But right now, what I want to do is I want to create a duplicate of this blue video because I want to create 3 video layers, but I don't, if I click on this blue video and I hold Alt, I think it's Option on a Mac, and I drag up, if you see, it creates an audio as well. So I'm going to Control Z or undo that. Turn this chain off, click outside of it. If I turn the chain off, I make sure I click outside to unhighlight anything. Then I click back on this blue clip. I hold Alt and I just move up. It will actually create a second video clip. Yo, much love, Speedboat. Have a good day at home. And here's another little trick. If you click, hold Alt and Shift, you can move up, but you can't accidentally move over. So you actually move straight up, or you can move straight left or right. Whereas if you just hold Alt, and you can actually accidentally move over and stuff. You don't want that. Now, what we have is 3 video layers, okay? So again, real quick, if I delete these 2, make sure that your link is off and click outside so nothing's highlighted. Then grab this blue with left click, hold Alt and Shift and drag straight up. Then do it again. Hold Alt and Shift while clicking and drag straight up, and you have 3 video layers. Why do we do that? The reason I do that is because this top one is just going to be Ronnie's face. This middle one is just going to be the gameplay. And this bottom one is going to be all the way in the background, and it's going to be blurred out. Now, let me show you how to do that. First, click on the top one and the top one only. Remember, we're going to grab Ronnie's face here. So in order to do that, we're going to go down to this little button right here. And this button is very powerful. The very first thing we can do with this button is click on it, and you'll notice all these handles everywhere. That actually gets us back to where we can zoom in and out. Look at that. We can zoom. We can move our anchor point. We can do a bunch of stuff there. So I'm hitting Control Z to get back. Okay. So we don't want to zoom currently. What we do want to do is let's click this down arrow for transform and go to crop. So we can twirl down right here and we can go to crop. And now you notice our handles are a little different. And when we grab one, it doesn't zoom or shrink. It's actually cropping down on the top layer. So what I want you to do is hold Control, put your mouse over Ronnie's I'm sorry, don't hold Control. Put your mouse over Ronnie's face and just zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a bunch, and then middle mouse to drag over. And we can zoom in and out and grab these handles and just move them close to the camera. That's all you want to do. So I usually grab one corner handle, move it to the bottom right, grab another corner handle, move it to the top left, and just get them close. And now we're going to zoom in on Ronnie. All right, we're going to use middle mouse to get, now we see it. It's nice and big. We'll get zoomed in, and we're just going to move it so that it's only capturing Ronnie's camera, okay? And if anyone's losing their mind about the Fusion page right now, listen, we're doing a very basic tutorial. This is the first time anyone's ever going to edit their gameplay. If y'all want a more advanced tutorial, I'll leave a card in the top right-hand corner of the YouTube right now. Click on that. If you're like, I know how to do this. I want to know how to mask and put drop shadows. We'll get there, baby boy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, everybody. We will get there. I'll leave a link to another video. Now now I have to do another video. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. So we now have this top layer just consisting of Ronnie's face. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go back and twirl down this menu again. And we're going to go to transform. Now that we're back at transform, the first thing we want to do, and this is important, make sure that we can see this handle here, and we're going to grab the bottom one and we're going to move it over until it matches Ronnie's face. Honestly, I'm seeing a problem here, and I know how it can be fixed, but let's do this first. Let's move it over a little and then grab Ronnie and move her back, and then move it over a little and then grab Ronnie and move it back and move it over. I hate this. I hate that I'm learning something on the fly. I'm trying to tutorialize y'all, but all we're trying to essentially do is get this handle in the center of Ronnie's camera right here. So if you guys really want to know how to do this much easier, though this doesn't really make sense for the video, I'm going to go back. I'm moving back to the beginning where the crop is not cropped. All you do is move the handle. Wait a minute. This is crazy. It's probably because I zoomed in. Oh, damn. Oh, we in the weeds, chat. We in the weeds now. But yeah, you can move the handle first. Maybe it makes a little bit more sense. Maybe it makes no sense at all. I think it's because I had to zoom out because of timeline weirdness. I'm telling you, if you get in the weeds with this stuff, it gets real easy to get yourself weird. And then you're trying to explain to people and you're like, I swear I know what I'm talking about. And you're like, yeah, sure, Sweaty Petals. Sure, Ferdinand McNips, you old tiny fox. Sure. Well, guess what? That's very hurtful. Okay, I'm going to remove Ronnie out here now. I'm going to go to crop and try to just crop this stuff. You know, ignore everything that doesn't make sense to you right now. So basically what we want to end up with is just the camera with this anchor point in the middle, because this actually tells us how to zoom in and out. So if I had this like over here and I try to zoom in, it's going to do this weirdness. It's going to try to zoom to it, right? For different reasons. And we don't want that. So we want this anchor point dead center-ish. And then we can just zoom in on Ronnie. So as I zoom out, we can zoom in on Ronnie. And we have just Ronnie's camera that we've moved to the top of our screen. And use your judgment as far as like centering and stuff. I don't know if there's anything to like right click and go to center to like the canvas. That would be kind of cool. But now that we have the camera up at the top-ish, and we can always move more stuff, move it back around later. What we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we're going to go to the second. We're going to go to the second layer here. And this one, all we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is on this little super happy fun tool, which is, you know, what we're going to call them. McNips, you're lucky you're cute. I know, Jessica. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. If you don't learn, that people are like, I'm a visual learner. I'm a book learner. Some people are like, I just learned by this crazy tiny fox yelling at me. Okay. I'm going to grab this handle here. Okay. And I'm just going to stretch. I'm grabbing a corner handle. You can grab any corner. I'm choosing the lower right, southeast. And I'm just stretching it out. I typically stretch until my camera is gone, right? Aesthetically, I think it just looks good, but Ronnie's camera is pretty small. So you can choose, depending on the clip, depending on the gameplay, you can choose, if you would like, to bring it larger or all the way if you really want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stretch it out till her camera's gone and it's still below. And I mean the camera here on the right-hand side, okay? Stretching it, stretching it, stretching it. It's gone. I'm going to stretch it right there. Boom. Now that one's done. So we click on the very bottom one and we're going to click the bottom right-hand side and we're just going to stretch until it is full screen. Boom. I even like the final kill thing going up there. But if you notice when you play this back, a little distracting. It doesn't look that bad. But it's a little distracting. So what we like to do is I go down to the bottom here and I go to open effects here. It should be under your effects and you'll have a toolbox and you'll have open effects. So just make sure effects here in the top left is actually on. Mine's popping up underneath my media pool. And you're going to want to go to open effects and you're going to want to go to Gaussian blur. So now I click and drag Gaussian blur onto the very lowest clip, not the top one. That's her face cam. This is game stuff. We're blurring and we just want it all the way in the back. So remember, your bottom clip's in the back. It goes all the way. Whatever's on top, on the top literally is on top as far as layers go. So it's in the front. Otherwise, if I were to move this down all the way, you wouldn't see it anymore. So I have to make sure that it's up, up. So my face cam's on the top. This is gameplay. I'm hitting D on and off to like show it and hide it. Camera, show and hide, and then background. So your 3 separate layers. Now, as long as this is highlighted, you'll see that up in the inspector up here, not only do we have where we can stretch it and lower it, we can zoom in, zoom out, we can position it differently, all that stuff. Not only do we have that, but we can go to this effects tab up here, right? And go to effects, and now we see our Gaussian blur. We can turn it off, turn it back on. We can also turn it up, and we can make just like a really abstract background that doesn't, you know, take away from the like from you, your focus, and your focus should be the gameplay, but it does look nice to have it not that blurry.
And laying down. Runner. Damn!
I like damn. I think damn is a fantastic way to end that. However, we have the rest of the clip. So, how can we get rid of the end of that clip? Let me show you very quickly. If you drag within this space right here, this gray space, boom, 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 and highlight everything, including the audio down here, right? 3-1 face cam, gameplay, blurred background, and your audio, and then you hover over the very right side, so you come all the way to the right, which is the end of your clip, and you hover over the end of your clip. At the top, you'll notice whatever this little icon is. I can't really move it because it'll change to something else, but that icon, if you click and drag to the left, notice you're moving all of them, boom, 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 blam. And you move all of them and they end right there. So now if we were to watch this TikTok, boom, boom,
There's one head glitching on the other side.
and
of
you can
B.
hit Control F to make it full screen.
And laying down.
Ronnie, dirty.
Runner.
Killed everyone.
Damn!
Just killed everyone. And there you go. There is a simple tutorial for all of y'all. Simple in concept, but also perhaps the most difficult tutorial you've ever heard someone try to get through. On how to make a YouTube short or a TikTok. If y'all have any comments, any ways that you do it differently, or any way that maybe you think I should teach people to do a nice simple TikTok, please let me know in the comments. And feel free to come over to twitch.tv/sweatypedals. We are live on a subathon, meaning we stream 24 hours a day. We've been doing it for almost a year and a half. So much love, y'all, and hi, Jenna Fries. Much love, everybody over on the YouTubes, and I'll catch you in the next tutorial or some Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay tonight. Woo!